Hi everybody, I am Cookie Dough and welcome back to an all new Let's Play in Europa Universalis 5 as the Byzantine Empire, where obviously patch 1.2 and the Fate of the Phoenix DLC is out. And oh boy, is this a rough one. So yeah, the Byzantine Empire, I have not played the Byzantine Empire at all before this patch came out. So I don't even know how it worked before, but right now it is I don't want to say a mess because it is done well. It is very hard. It's almost almost meant for you to fail, but not really. There's some events that should happen and hopefully will happen to kind of help us out a little bit. But yeah, it is not easy. I tried a couple of kind of test runs to try to run the Byzantine Empire and see how far we can make it. And all time, actually 3 times. The third time was a very short one because I wanted to try something out, but it did not work out too well at all. I failed on all 3 attempts, but there's a lot of changes. I am not going to go through every single thing right now. I will kind of address it as it comes up. This first episode, maybe even first couple of episodes, will be mostly with dealing with that early game, trying to get out of the whole mess that the Byzantines are in at the moment, to kind of get them out of this and be able to kind of flourish yet again. And maybe even go down the road and form the actual Roman Empire, but that is way down in the future. I do not want to mire myself in that. We will see what we can do just to stay alive. It might even need a couple of resets or restarts. So just kind of looking without pressing on any other screens, we are in very dire straits. We are barely making any money or losing quite a lot of money a month. We are at the precipice of a bankruptcy, which will be within the year, not even within a few months. We have no stability, only 11 legitimacy. We have quite high war exhaustion. It is absolutely terrible. And on top of that, our only, or not our only heir, but our heir is an absolute idiot. So that is not very good at all. So for the time being, I will put him to administrative education. And we will kind of just go through, let's go ahead and do the economy first, the balances, and see what we can do here. For most things, we will just go ahead and not spend any money on any single thing at all. As well as we will go ahead and mint everything. We will go ahead and do the automatic taxes, but what I will do, I will actually put this down to, if we can tax them more, even though they'll be pissed off, I will try to do that, even though it will not be possible to do so, and I will show you in a second why. But just so in case it does happen as the time progresses in the campaign, we are ready to do this again. Whether we'll even get to that point is quite debatable. We also have 3 loans already, and we will be getting quite a few more at that. In the trading, actually, there is some of these trades that are happening, which some of them are quite terrible and costing us quite a lot of money. So I will just cancel literally all of the trades and let the AI kind of reassess these trades, because it is going to do that automatically. I'm not going to mess with that at the moment. So I will cancel all of those. Another thing to kind of just go ahead and do some money savings at the time, we will be deleting most of our forts. We will definitely be deleting all of the forts. The one fort I am debating whether I should delete or not is the one here. And I think it's just for the best to delete it now. Definitely going to keep the one in Constantinople. I'm not going to be touching that one, but we will be deleting this fort here as well. Might as well do that. I'm not going to delete this fort because we will be getting a few subjects down here, but let's not worry about that just yet. So yeah, we did this. I will go into the government screen next to go ahead and kind of explain in further detail why we're in such a terrible location at the moment with the country. One of them is Decade Thema system, which gives us lower crown power, noble power plus 25%. Okay, it does give us an extra cabinet seat, but the extra noble power plus our crown power being that low, it is absolutely horrendous. Now, heavy cavalry maintenance cost is pretty good, but we don't have any heavy cavalry at the moment, so we'll see what happens to that. Then we also have the Kritae Katholikoi, that's hard to say, which gives the estate powers from cabinet position plus 30%, which is insane. It is insane. The one good thing is this will be an event quite early on that will help us reform this one, which will help us out a little bit. This one here is pretty good. I can't fault this one. But here come the doozies right now. For the nobles, we have the consolidated corruption of the elites, which gives them -5 max tax for the nobles, -10 army morale, -10% levies, and because we're under 100 legitimacy, it gives them a further -8.8 taxes. That is why we will not be able to tax them whatsoever anytime soon. Then the same kind of a thing is for the clerics or the religious folk here. We have the consolidated corruption of the faith, which is a tolerance of the true faith -2, agenda impact for clergy -20%, which is insane, monthly religious influence -0.25, Orthodox synod cost plus 20%. I'm not going to be planning on changing any of those or enacting any synods anytime soon, so that's fine. And another further 8.8% less taxes because of our legitimacy. Then we have the consolidated corruption of the wealthy, maximum tax for the burghers -5%, export efficiency -5%, import efficiency -5%, and even more taxes, 8.8% taxes because of the legitimacy. It does not stop there because there's also the consolidated corruption of the common people, which gives us -15% manpower, -5% production efficiency, plus it even lowers their satisfaction just being implemented. Not good at all. Not good whatsoever. So with us obviously being that low on stability, we will have to wait quite a long time to be able to even think of revoking these privileges. So we will see what happens on that front. The values are still the same as pretty much in the previous iteration of the game. The only thing is, as the Byzantines, we do have the Latinitas and Romanismos value here, section here. I will not be dealing with this at all at the moment. I will just kind of let it happen. And later on, I am thinking, or most likely thinking, going towards Latinitas, mainly because, again, the innovativeness is absolutely insane, plus the expected diplomatic spending -20%, and the selling efficiency -2 or plus 2.5% is absolutely insane. Yeah, the stability investment cost -20% is not bad here, but the Latinitas one just has way better things, and I think would be better overall if you're trying to get to expand out further west with the Byzantines. Then we have a new tab here, which is all the events for our country, and there is quite a lot, and the vast majority of them are in the age 1, which we're hoping a lot of these will pop off that we can take advantage of. Most of them will still pop off. Some of them are kind of bad. Some of them have some pretty good bonuses, but all of them are kind of a mixed bag when it comes to things, and we will kind of address them as they come. There will be a lot of pausing, a lot of breaks in this. We'll probably only get through maybe 10, 15 years at the most in this first episode, just because it's so much flavor packed, the early game here with the Byzantines. Then there's the bureaucracies that is for the Byzantine Empire thing. We have, depending on how much we fund this, is if we're going to have bonuses, are we going to have malices, or there's just some neutral things that can happen to us. Now, the themata here, it does give the noble power plus 50%, levy recovery minus 20%, and it's obviously entrenched by plus 80%. So even though in here it says plus 90% for the noble power, I think this may take into account their whole thing in here, this 25%. It might take it into account. I'm not 100% sure. So we can, again, we can fund it. It'll cost us 2 ducats a month to do. We will get rid of these malices here and get the bonus, which is fort defense plus 20%. I am not going to do that. It's not that much of a big deal right now. I'm not planning on going into any wars. Plus, I also just deleted most of my forts anyways. So I don't think this is that big of a deal. It will harm us for the levy recovery. But again, I'm not planning to go into any wars right away, right off the bat. So we'll see what happens here. Then there's the Imperial Senate, which we will most definitely go ahead and fully fund, because if you do not fund it, we get minus 0.36 monthly legitimacy. It is absolutely insane. So we will need this, because otherwise we will never be able to get over legitimacy, and we will need the legitimacy because these things here, we need over 95% legitimacy to even be able to revoke these privileges, these horrific corruption privileges. So we will most definitely go ahead and fully fund the Imperial Senate, which does cost us 2 ducats a month, but gives us a little bit more parliamentary base support. And the neutral one is the parliament duration plus 30%, is actually not too bad at all, because whatever bonuses we get during the parliament debates will last longer, obviously. Then there's the honorary titles. If we do not fund it, we will get crown power minus 54%, and just regular efficiency for cabinet plus 10%. So I think this is another one that I do want to fully enact, because again, we do need that crown power. We are only at 20. I would like to get over that 25, but I don't think that will be a possibility. So if we fully fund it, the estate satisfaction does go up by 4.5%, which is not bad, but it does cost us another 2 ducats a month. And Book of the Basilica, it is not bad at all for the further things. So if it's not funded, it does have 9% plus pop joining rebel threshold, which will be an issue. Trust me, that is not going to go away anytime soon. For the neutral effects, we do get plus 5 tax efficiency, which is really nice, and plus 0.05 monthly legitimacy. If we were to fully fund it, it would be a negative minus 90% estate power, which is really, really good. But again, at the moment, it is not something I want to fund at the moment. We will definitely be doing this once we start revoking some privileges and other things, so on. There's also this value of entrenchment here, which is entrenched at 80%. So this, obviously, the base, if you see, all of these things have a base number. So the pop join rebel threshold is at 5%. Because it is entrenched at 80%, that inflates this number to 9%. That's why this number here is 9%. And that is the same thing here. I completely forgot about the entrenchment number. So the entrenchment number does actually increase it. Now, it goes in the same fact from it being at a malice, also with the bonuses, because again the parliament base support is at 7.5%, but because 80%, it's 13.5%. Same actually does not happen with the neutral ones, which is actually really good, because some of these neutral ones are quite good. So that is definitely something we will need to keep an eye on, but I am going to fund these two and go from there. Again, going back to our country or the government tab here, Parliament is not going to be happening for another couple of years or so, actually 2.5-ish years. For the cabinet here, we do have a decent cabinet member already, which is Ioannis Kantakozenos. I'm going to have a hell of a fun time saying these Greek names in this campaign, but I will try my best, and again, preemptively apologize for any of the terrible pronunciations of our names. So for him, we do have some issues with prosperity. There's two things I want this guy to do right off the bat. And one thing is I do want him to go ahead and improve some prosperity just to give us a little bit of extra oomph, since we are already in such a back foot here. So we'll start here. We will have him try to recover that. Actually, before I continue on that, I will go ahead and get our subjects done, which we already have one subject of the Duchy of Epirus out here on the western coast, which is nice. I will leave them as is, but I will create subjects, and there's a couple of historic subjects I will create, which is the Duchy of Thessaly and the Duchy of Morea. So the Duchy of Thessaly, we will go ahead and give it Pronoia, which is our own exclusive vassal type or subject type. And kind of, it's very similar to all the other subjects, like either fiefdom or vassal. But one of the main key things for the Pronoia here is if the ruler of the Pronoia dies without a living heir, it will automatically get integrated by us, or we will just annex it automatically, and any integrations that they did do will be integrated for us. So the Pronoia system is quite good. Again, as long as the ruler we pick, which we will well, we don't get to pick for the historic subjects, but I will be creating another one. So as long as they do actually go ahead and do some integrations and stuff, and they live long enough that they can actually do the integrations, we will be pretty good off. And I will also do here a subject in Upper Macedonia. And the main reason, and again, it will be a Pronoia, and we will have to pick a person to run it. And I will go ahead and see what kind of crappy guys we can do. And you know what? I will get this guy, Guy de Luisnan. Sure, you will be going and leading that. Now, why I did take Upper Macedonia and not here is because these provinces here are mainly Albanian, and I don't want them to be Albanian, while these ones are mainly Greek. And that is another huge change from previous iterations of the game, is that we cannot just willy-nilly enforce religion and culture on our subjects. We will have to have them for a certain amount of time. I think it's 10 years before we can even ask for them to do that in the process, while I am giving a couple of locations to both Thessaly and the Upper Macedonians. But if I go here, well, that is not a good example. Okay, I cannot do this because all of my subjects are Greek right now, but we will. I will showcase that because it will not be able to get done. So while we're doing the diplomatic things, I will go ahead and get our what is it called, rivals settled, which obviously the Ottomans will be our rival. The Bulgarians will most definitely be our rivals. The Serbians will be our rivals. And I will actually do the Menteshids here as our rivals. Why? Again, we have some cores on this land here. On basically all of the western coast of Anatolia, we have cores on, which is absolutely great. So that is why I did the Menteshids instead of the Germanids. Jesus, these names here. So we will be doing that. Other than that, going back to the cabinet positions, I will go ahead and assign some of these cabinet positions to do certain things. One of the things I do want to do, one of them to stabilize the country so that we can get more stability going. Another person I will go ahead and do to strengthen government to get more legitimacy here. And the last person, what I will do, I will go ahead. I could do control, which shouldn't be too bad at all. Could do this. Actually, settling the tribesmen might be pretty good. I will do monthly war exhaustion reduction, but I am gonna wait until our already assigned cabinet member is doing that. What I will do from this guy, though, you know what? Actually, I do know what I'm going to do. I will change societal value, actually, to communalism. That's right. This is something that will help us out, because if we go full communalism, or at least as high communalism as possible, it will cost us less to revoke privileges. That is right. Because I do want to get ready to revoke those privileges that are absolutely wreaking havoc on our empire. So let's go ahead and start getting some guys going here. I think I am gonna go with what's it called, legitimacy here first. So I will go ahead and get this guy to do legitimacy. Do we have another guy that's pretty decent? We do. Okay, so this guy here, we will have him do this. For our stabilize the country, it will not be the greatest. Okay, we do need some more money, and I will actually take a loan. I know, I haven't even unpaused yet, and I'm taking already a loan, and we will be taking more loans as it comes up. But I do want to get our only other dynastic member in a position on the cabinet, just so that we can get a little bit more crown power. And on that case as well, I will go ahead and put our ruler as the admiral of our navies, so that we again can get a bit more crown power from that. So hopefully we can be doing this. Now, this says here we can ask countries for money, but we actually cannot ask anyone for money. Technically, we could ask Epirus or who are these guys? Oh no, that's these guys. Never mind. So I could get these guys to do this, but obviously we don't have enough favors with them. But I was going to say the other people are just our vassals, and we cannot ask vassals for money, of course. For the innovations, we will start off doing this. We will get monthly diplomats, because we will hopefully be using some monthly diplomats quite a good amount. Guilds will go next. Cost for purchasing, we are not actually purchasing any food, so let's get capacity of these guys. Then go cost of purchasing food. Again, we're not purchasing any food. but construction speed is going to be all right. Maximum RGO size in rural, and an institution growth as the last thing. So there will not be any institutions for about 10 years. So we will go ahead and stay with that. So now we are basically ready to go ahead and unpause. But first things first, we have a thing happening here. It's already, there's 100% chance of happening. So as soon as we unpause, the Fate of the Phoenix disaster will trigger right away. So this will be definitely happening for us. But before I do that, I will go back into here and I will maximize our cost of court investment and our stability investment, just because I want to get there as quickly as possible. The one thing I am going to watch out for is until we get to 50 legitimacy, which is important because of one event that can happen, and it's a very, very short amount of time. I think we have to get it done by the 1339. So I will get back to that once we get it. But once we get to 50 legitimacy, I will lower that investment for cost of court, because again, we will just start taking loans like crazy. And the last thing I want to do before I'm pausing is actually doing export banned for our precious metal distribution because of the extra minting income by 33%. So let's go ahead and do export banned. And I will just go, actually, let's not go full speed, and let's unpause and have just the havoc be wreaked upon us. Go new markets, rivalries, all of that is fine. We will let the month go by. Oh, one thing I did want to do is actually start to get some improving relations with our vassals, because we may get into a lot of trouble if we don't. Okay. Something I forgot as well to do is I do want to hostile actions, and I want to, oh no, sorry, not hostile, economic actions. I want to embargo the Ottomans, since our center of trade is their main center of trade. This will not let them get proper goods to them, so that we can hopefully weaken them when we eventually go to war with them. And now I do have to wait till our diplomats do come back up, but let's go ahead to the end of the month, because there will be a couple of events. First things first, there's the Turkish threat here, which obviously is the same as before the rise of the Turks. So there's nothing much happening in here, so we will go ahead and go do that. But Fate of the Phoenix is the new event, new disaster that we are in, one of just a few that we will be in the more recent future here. So once the wall of Constantinople marked the center of the world, from there flowed law, faith, and imperial order, truly a legacy claimed from Rome herself. Now that inheritance weighs heavy upon us, years of intrigue, hollow victories, and fraying authority have left the empire diminished in spirit, if not yet in name. Beyond our borders, new powers gather with patience and hunger, while within them old offices wrought from neglect. Our people deserve a better way to match the splendor and affluence of our glorious ancestors. So hope is not yet lost. So we will have disasters, or we will have events and stuff that will pop up during this disaster. And we will also gain, obviously, a disaster panel. So we will see what happens here. And if we do this, should we end the disaster by successfully reverting the decay, this may send ripples across the history books, heralding a second golden age for our empire. So obviously, if we get this done, it will be very good for us. So let's pause here. We do have the Fate of the Phoenix disaster. We get increased cost for hiring mercenaries. Casus belli creation speed is actually increased, and bureaucracy maintenance cost modifier is actually lowered. Now, one of the ways we can get rid of this is we need to get all of this above. So we need to get rid of the rise of the Turks. That is not happening. So we have to basically crush all of the Turkish beyliks. Or our subjects have greater than 150 locations. Should be easy enough as long as we can do this. Or the year is currently 1401, and we control less than 150 locations, which this second part here is if we do not complete it successfully, this here is the successful completion of it. So we will definitely try to go ahead and get this completed, but we have to get it done within 60 years, just over 60 years. So we'll see what happens on that front. Okay, there should be another couple of pop-ups, but I will update you guys once they do come about. Alrighty, and just like that, in basically the next month, we get another pop-up. This is going to be the theme here for about 4 or 5 years, maybe more, that we will keep getting these pop-ups and events and disasters and whatnot happening to us. So reform the universal judge of the Romans. Although our Supreme Court has seen recent reforms under previous rulers, a recent scandal has come to light. 3 of the 4 judges have been accused of being corrupt, ignoring the good of the nation to pursue their interest. Basilius Andronicus III Palaiologos has heard of the news and is planning on getting rid of any form of corruption in the Supreme Court. I'm sorry. Wow, I was having trouble reading that because I really needed to take a sip of water. Wow. Okay, so this event is actually pretty decent for us. It in some ways, but not others. So the historic choice here, the corruption in the system must be purged, which will cost us 37 precious ducats, but it will remove the Kritai Katholikoi, which gives the cabinet members plus 30% from, or the estates plus 30% power from cabinet positions, and replaces it with reformed Kritai Katholikoi, which gives us in turn plus 10% crown power, another cabinet seat, which is going to be pretty good. Bureaucracy entrenchment speed modifier minus 10%. Fate of the Phoenix is currently active or will complete it victoriously, which gives another bonus if we complete the Fate of the Phoenix. Efficiency of our cabinet plus 10%. Plus, I think it will also have it be doing that. So we'll definitely go for that. The other corrupt system is fine. Obviously, we're not going to do that. So let's go ahead and even though if we choose not to do this, we will be able to adopt this reform later. But I do want to get this done right now, mainly for the crown power, plus all the cabinet seat will be quite useful for us. But the 37 ducats is not going to be that good for us. So here comes another loan that we will have to take. And a powerful despot. So the ruler of Strimitsa here. So we can shower him with gold, which gives us spy network construction plus 25%, which is going to be good because we will definitely be using that for the next 5 years. And if Strimitsa has less than 50% loyalty at the beginning of 1341, they will change allegiances and become a vassal of ours. They are, I will go ahead in... Okay, yeah, that's fine, and this is fine as well. This is a vassal from Serbia here that they released, and I will go ahead and shower him with gold because I do want that to be happening. Now, we don't have anyone in our military. We don't need a general. That is fine. But our cabinet member has finished doing the recovery effort, and I will go ahead and get him to do this, which will only take probably another month or two, and then I will set him to lower the war exhaustion after that. So yeah, there we go. We will go ahead and continue on, and again, once another event pops up, I will be back. Alrighty, just another little quick update. Again, just these pop-ups that come up, which are quite interesting here. So we have the administration of Basilius Andronikos the third Lagos. I'm just gonna be referring to him as Basilius. Is just insanely long name. So Basilius here, we will be able to. The return of a glorious son demands sacrifice. So we will unlock a couple of cabinet actions, which is spread Hellenism, which gives us cultural influence, monthly research progress, but gets us to Romanismos progress, and encourage Latin militarism, which gives us army maintenance efficiency, monthly army tradition, but gets us to Latinitas here. So this is another good thing that will happen to us. I will be back soon. Oh my goodness. If we did not have already a hard enough time, we get a terrible, terrible thing. Again, like I said, I did have a couple of test runs of this, and in both cases, or in all three cases, it was 2 times they didn't take it, this third time they did, and now it's literally, with this being the 4th run I'm doing, it's 50-50 chance. The Genoese have taken Chios here, which is this island here. They just took it, no more, no nothing. They just took it. Well, what can you do? It is what it is. We'll have to deal with it. So we will have to go ahead and take that back from them in the future. But yeah, it's not fun playing as the Byzantines right now, I tell you that much. And we are already deep into debt, even 3 further loans we've taken. And we are not at the end of it just yet. And we will probably be... where can I... Okay, yeah, so I can get another 225 from the estate, so we'll see how that will go. But yeah, I will be back soon. Alrighty, I have another little bit of an update here, which should be pretty... it's not too exciting of an update, but there is a couple of things I do want to talk about. So we have decline of the Palaiologos Renaissance here, unfortunately. So we have quite a few options here, and I think only 2 are acceptable, but we will see what happens here. So we can either do the historic one. We do not have the funds to sponsor anyone right now, which will lose us 10 prestige, and prosperity in Constantinople will go down by 15%. Not very good. I think we can do a little bit better. Then we can do the Byzantine treasury will cover the expenses, which we'll lose 24 ducats, which we actually have right now, and we're making money, but don't let that fool you. I will tell you about that for now. But for now, let's go through this event. If we do this, we get continue patronage of institution for 20 years, declining modifier. So we will get local monthly prosperity plus 0.25 and 1 plus 1 institution promotion. There's no institutions happening right now. Now, it will be helpful in about 8 years, 7.5 years, once the institution do pop up. But again, I'm not sure if that's that strong. We can allow the dinotoi to foot the bill, which is the nobles. They will lose estate satisfaction, and they will foot the $80. We continue getting the patronage of the institution, same thing. Or Constantinople shall become the cradle of the Renaissance. We will get this. And if once the next age starts, we get a chance of the Renaissance birthplace being in Constantinople. Again, this is just a chance. Spending 72 ducats, I don't think it's that good. I think I will let the nobles fit the bill for this. I know it will get them pissed off a little bit, but it is what it is. We did get our first parliament session going in here, which I did a couple of things. I was hoping that I could get it to 50% support, but I had a couple of bad events that pushed me over. I was at about 48, and I would have maybe gone down this way here just to get myself over it, but it did not happen. So first of all, I did get a claim on the Karasids. The thing is, they're no longer a vassal of the Germanids, but they are still allied to the Idanids and the Germanids, whatever the names are. So I took a CB on them, which we will be going ahead to war with them quite soon. And the second thing I did is I requested additional taxes, so we do have extra taxes from everyone for a year. Or now probably 8 or 7 months left. Plus, we went over the 50 legitimacy right now, so I lowered the cost of court investment here, which is pretty good. I will keep it at that. So even once the extra taxes do go away in a few months, I should be still pretty good on that front. But the reason for that 50 legitimacy cutoff is if I go to events here, which I think already happened. No. Wherever that is, if I can find it now. Unless that actually may have gotten patched. Okay, this has happened. Yeah, all of these ones have happened. Yeah, we did get quite a lot of things here. Actually, that may have gotten patched, that it was the whole thing for the... Yeah, I think it was for the Grand Domestic. Yeah, beforehand there used to be a thing for having... No, it wasn't the Grand Domestic. Oh, man. Anyways, I thought I could find it easily. I should have prepared myself a little bit better here. I will go ahead and look through these events here and see what we can do. But anyways, I will continue and I will get back either for another event or once we go to war with the Karasids, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, I have a very, very exciting update, and it is a war update. We actually managed to go to war, which is absolutely ridiculous. And a couple of other good things have happened. Well, we did have a weird event that happened, that we got some deserters, so some of our army has deserted, which is not good, which now we have basically the same army as the Ottomans, and it is absolutely horrible that we do, because they ended up going to war against the same people we did, and they ended up taking quite a lot of them. So now we're in a little bit more of trouble than I thought we would be. But anyways, let's start piecing out people one at a time. First things first, these guys here, the Germanids, however they're pronounced, we will go ahead and just take both these provinces, whatever money they have, and that's really it that we can do. Now, one thing I am kind of sad, pissed off, whatever you want to say it, that you can't do, because we're fully annexing them, we are not able to take any maps. Now, that's fine, but since we're annexing them, shouldn't we be getting those maps anyways? But we will not be able to see anything that all these maps are providing us. So this here, I feel like, is a little bit of a flaw. I wish that Paradox would be able to either let me take some maps when we're piecing out and fully annexing a country, or because we're fully annexing them, let me literally, I am going in their palace and seeing these maps, so let me discover all the areas that they have. I think that would be a good mechanic to have in the game. But for now, it's not there, so it is what it is. So these guys are pieced out. Then next, the Iamenids, so these guys, since all of this territory is our previous course, we will take it. Now, these guys here are their vassal, but this land here, I believe, is also my core, if I'm not mistaken. I hate that I cannot see if it is my core or not. Yeah, there's not an easy way to see whether this is a core of mine or not. So I was wondering, do I take it in, or because if I annex them, these guys will just become my vassal, and I kind of don't want them to become my vassal because they're both Turkish and Sunni. So I think I will go ahead and fully eat them. Can I actually separately piece them? No, I cannot. Yeah, no, but I will go ahead and annex them, take all of your money, whatever you have, and obviously there's nothing else we can do. Unfortunately, because we are fully annexing them. And that's basically it. Yeah, we will suffer some antagonism, not too worried about it whatsoever. So we will go ahead and do that. Thank you very much. Look at that. And now, last but not least, the Karasids here. We will do the same thing because all of this land is just return cores, which is not expensive at all. First of all, for war score wise, nor antagonism wise. Plus, they have a decent amount of money. So yeah, that is it. We will fully annex them, fully annex these guys. And I already started getting the what's it called, the spy network on the Saruhan. Not Saruman, Saruhan, just to be clear. So we will go ahead and do that. They have unconditionally surrendered, so that is fine. We will go ahead and do that. Fantastic. So now we will go ahead and disband all levies. Thank you very much. We do have our main troops here, which I will go ahead and take them back up to our main land here. Are you guys... Oh, you are allied to the Mentashids. Perfect. This actually works out really, really good for us. We will do that war next, and then probably plan on getting to war against the Ottomans. Now, the thing is, we probably do have a decent amount of levies, but the thing is, where is our levies? It doesn't show the full one. Well, probably around 10,000, maybe with these areas here. Now that we do, once we do get them annexed, should be fine. There was also a bit of a rebellion here in Epirus. We took care of that, and Strumitsa did come to our side, which is absolutely glorious and fantastic. We can do slave conversion, which I think I will do force slave conversion here. Yeah, it does give them slave rebel growth, but I don't care. We will be able to convert them, so that will be fine. It will cost us some money, but we do have a decent amount of money right now, which is really, really good. And I think that's about it, what we can do for now. Let me get rid of Actually, let me not get rid of the maintenance just yet. Let's have these guys just move to the other side. There we go. You guys come over here, and you guys come over here. And then we will decrease both maintenance for you guys. And probably increase this to 0.5. We will be losing some money, but great. Okay, well, they do lose some what's it called, durability, which is fine. We will get them to repair, which should be okay, I think. Oh, there we go, 11,500. Absolutely great. We are better than the Ottomans. The only thing is, I don't know if we'll be able to get anything done with them. I hope they would go to war against the Kermanids or the Eretnids or something like that, so that they can get weakened a little bit. But just in case, I will go ahead and build a spy network on them as well. We do have a couple of follow-through and threat CBs ready, which one is on Albania here, and the other one is in Neopatra. Neopatra would be really good. The only thing is Sicily is actually allied to Aragon, which absolutely sucks. That's not good for us at all. If it was Sicily alone, I wouldn't have a problem doing that whatsoever. But these guys here, unfortunately, they're also allied to Naples, or it's part of Naples anyways, so that will not be too good. One thing I forgot to mention earlier about the Fate of the Phoenix, there's a bunch of things that we could go ahead and do some interactions with. The only thing is, it requires, all of these interactions require legitimacy, and I need the legitimacy. My main thing is to get to the legitimacy so that I can revoke these corruption privileges that have been given to all of these estates. So that is the main thing that I need to do right now. So yeah, we're back to losing money because obviously the additional taxes is gone. But yeah, I think we have done pretty well. Next war will be against these guys and Mentashids, which we will fully annex because we do have the cores here. The one thing that is a little bit weird, which has not happened, is the succession crisis disaster, which I have not, again, in all three of my other test runs, that was literally right within the next, within a few months of the Fate of the Phoenix, but that has not happened yet. So I don't know if I am encountering a weird bug or not, but you know what? I'd rather not deal with it because that would be even more trouble for me. But the thing is, there is a couple of events that hang in the balance of that. So anyways, we will see what happens on that front. We should be getting, yeah, people of Asia Minor, there is a 5% chance this will come. So we will be able to get some things happening here with Smyrna. But yeah, for now, I think this is an okay spot to put a cut in this first episode. I know we only went through it's 6 years, or not even 5 years, just under 5 years of content here, but this content is very rich and it is very, very finicky as to how you do it without falling into the danger of going bankrupt, which literally will stall it. The Ottomans will come in and absolutely ruffle stomp you. But yeah, for now, I will put a cut in here. So thanks a lot for coming and watching this first episode, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.